It's kinda dark out. I do think this fight of the light, This is a rough draft, but fuck it, the timing was right.
How they was displaying it on the television, you know what I mean? Like I said, all these movies have truth to them. You know, all these cartoons have like the truth, the most truth to them. The cartoons, you know what I mean? But like I said, the whole world is gonna be affected by this artificial intelligence, and we just gonna let it go on because people want to see new stuff. We want to see the bright lights. We want to see all the new.
Will be on the outside of all that. All the big giant planets, the sun, everything's going to be behind us. We're the only thing in the entire solar system in front of the sun. And everything that's out in space is going to get tugged into the face of our planet for about 4 months. Imminent right now. This is going to reshape our planet here.
Perfect. Okay.
Now, again, I do need to split some hairs here. Electromagnetism, gravity, and magnetics are all separate yet connected. And will there be gravitational effects because of planetary bodies lining up? That's an unknown. Some people say yes, some people say no. Will there interlooping on toroid fields of magnetic transference or possibility or potentiality occur? Again, you know, some people say yes, some people say no. But until the events happen, we just don't know. But I guarantee we're going to learn a lot about science during this time on interlooping magnetic field currents and how those are affected by the sun and all of our planets and the interplay between those fields. We're going to learn more about this in the next 6 months than we probably have in the last 500 to 800 years in the next 6 months. So these weather fronts are getting incredible. Like every time you look now, you know, when you see these come in, people are going, oh, it's like it was predicted. You see these big fronts coming and people run for their lives, literally, and the hailstones coming down are getting larger and larger and larger. They said a world record hailstone was like 4 pounds and something over in India. And that was a biggie. So these things are starting to uptick. We go next slide. This is event number 1, what we're looking at here. All right, so on the left side, this is October 24th or between 19th and 24th of just in a couple months. On the right side there is 79 AD. And what you see is the 4 gas giants squared up. And this is about the most exact square that I can find going back through the orbital diagrams in the software and using different softwares from Solar System Scope is the one you're seeing here. You can use JPL, Universal Sandbox. But the Earth is coming through on the sandwich between those 4 gas giants. And here's the splitting of a hair. Some say that interlooping of that and the Earth going through the magnetic field from the sun and the magnetic field created by those 4 in this squaring pattern will have no effect or it will have some effect. And again, I'm not really choosing sides on the gravity thing. I am saying absolutely the potential for the human mind to unlock in a different magnetic field and perceive reality different is the thing that is most possible during this, and higher tides too. And again, you know, higher tides would have a very disruptive effect globally. If they come in, there's more velocity, the water's heavier, it's going to rip things to shreds. If it were to, more earthquakes perhaps, but the human resonance field, perception difference, this is my main number 1 thing. It seems like the world is rushing and they don't care how sloppy they are. They need to hit this milestone or get something done before this point. The world awakens, right? So this is coming up in just a couple months. So keep your eyes on this one. A lot of different things should be occurring during this time. You're going to watch a lot of governments respond to this. It's not about the events happening and the government's playing catch up like, oh, there was an earth crack and, you know, our bridge ripped apart from the Mississippi. Let's go repair it. They're going to already have excuses to why it's happening to prevent you from panicking. And and then they'll have to put more control. Oh, now it needs to be rationing because we got a bridge broken. Every time one of the events happens, they're going to be more control like a constrictor. Next one, please. Okay, and that's what it's going to look like. So we're going to be on that magnetic field squeeze between the regular sun and then this alignment that only happens once every 2,000 years, this squaring. Now, there's different variations of it. It comes off like a rectangle sometimes. You know, if they come into a line like it did in 1999, that's not the same. This is a square of those. So all those looping fields in on themselves, will it create something larger? That's the thing we will find out from science during this time. And would it have an effect as the Earth passes through 2 magnetic fields? Because normally we only have 1. Now, Jupiter and Saturn, they have their own magnetic fields, but what if those start to interplay on each other? Bank of America said, What if they glow brighter? And then we start to get back into myths and legends. What if these two, Zeus and what if they start to glow brighter in the heavens where you can see luminosity-wise that, wow, it's much brighter up there. How are they going to respond to that on Earth and keep people calm when two planets start glowing brighter just magically in October? This is something to contend with as well, the perception management. Okay, and that'll be in the middle of October here to the end of October. So that's event number 1. And if we could can you go to next? Okay. And again, it's about this resonance. Now, this thing usually moves in the PowerPoint, but it's cymatics. So when you put a different frequency or vibration in something, it changes the shape of it. It changes the actual structure of it. So if there were to be some change electromagnetically because of where the planets sit in this geometry not seen in thousands of years, the way that, again, either our Earth behaves or the human behaves will be greatly affected during this time.